What's up guys, I'm back like I never left. In this video we're going to be talking about HYLION Stock. I'm going to cover an important news that came out about the company. I'm also going to be answering the majority of the questions that I received on my previous HYLION video. I'm going to explain to you guys and answer all of your questions in this video. I'm also going to be doing a quick stock market recap and what to expect for tomorrow. We have important economic reports coming out for tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to cover all this important information coming up. Alright guys, so before we get into the video, make sure you smash the like button if you're new to the channel. Make sure you subscribe if you have any questions, any comments. Make sure you drop in the comment section below guys. So as you can see over here, we got HYLION Stock, which is currently in the process of merging with Tortoise Acquisitions, which is ticker symbol SHLL. Their merger date is approaching pretty soon. It's probably going to happen within a month. And when that happens, their ticker symbol is going to be changing to HYLN, but currently they're still in the process. That's why you're looking at ticker symbol SHLL. As you can see today, the stock is at $26.84. It's up 1.47%. So the news that came out today was that Hyliion and Dan joined forces with Idealease to demonstrate hybrid system for Class A vehicles. So this is great news because now they're going to showcase their hybrid vehicles to customers across the US and Mexico. So that is really fantastic because this specific company, this leasing company, has locations across the US, and the locations not only in the US but also in Canada and Mexico. Overall, it has 400 locations within America. So that is fantastic to know. And also the CEO Thomas said that working with industry leaders like Idealease and Dan is critical to introducing our technology to fleets throughout the country. So that is fantastic because we need a lot of exposure for this company to get more clients, for people to buy the vehicles. So that was the major headline that came out about HYLION Stock, and I covered on my previous video about exactly their earnings reports and also some important dates that you need to pay attention to guys. So now in this video I'm going to go over also the major questions that I received on my previous video about HYLION options. Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to be answering your questions that I received from my previous video. So the first question is going to be, what happened when your option hit a strike price before or on September 18? Do you need to take any action, or you automatically get 100 shares added on your SHLL portfolio? So let's say you bought one contract for HYLION at a strike price of 30, and if HYLION stock is trading above $30, let's say it's trading at $32, now you're in the profit. So this option that you have becomes in the money. So the option price, let's say you bought it for $300, and that price is going to be higher because this option is going to be in the money. Now you have the right but not the obligation to exercise this option. So you can either try to sell it, you will sell it out and you can lock in your profit. And if you have 30 times, if you have $3,000, you'll be able to exercise your option and own HYLION stock at a strike price of $30, at a price of $30. Even though the stock price went to 32, you'll be able to buy the stock at $30. So that is what options will do to you. So it will give you the right but not the obligation. So if you make a profit, you can sell your options, and if you have the buying power of buying 100 shares of HYLION stock, you'll be able to exercise your right and you can own it for $30 at any time. It doesn't have to be at September 18. If it happens, if HYLION stock goes above $30 before September 18, you will have a profit. You can either sell it or you can exercise it. So, but as I said, that's just a right that you have, but you're not obligated to do it. So that is going to be your question. That's going to be the answer to your question. So the second question is going to be, explain the risk. So that's a great question. So let's say you buy one option contract over here. The expiration date is 18. You buy the $30 strike price. The break-even price is 33. You buy this. You click one over here and then you buy it, and then you paid 3. You always have to multiply by 100 to find exactly how much you're going to be paying. You spend $300 to buy the 30 strike price option. The risk is going to be, if HYLION stock doesn't go to above $30, you're going to be losing money. So the break-even price for this stock, for this option, is going to be $33. So if it doesn't go to that price point, the maximum risk is going to be you losing $300. And also as time goes by, you're also going to be losing money daily if the stock does not move to the upside. If it doesn't go, or if it just consolidates, you're going to be losing money. So that's going to be the maximum risk, and that's going to be it. 300. You're going to be losing the amount of money that you spent on these options. Now, the third question I have, are you sure options of HLL becomes shares of Hyliion? No one has been able to answer this definite. Even TD Ameritrade did not know for sure. So when the merger gets completed within less than a month, of course, the ticker symbol is going to be the only thing that's going to be changing. So if you own 100 shares of SHLL, you're going to be owning 100 shares of Hyliion. So the same thing is probably going to be happening with the options too. So because the options are based upon the underlying asset, so they're based upon the stock. So if the stock ticker symbol changes, that's basically it. That's going to be the only thing that's going to be happening. It's just going to be, now we're going to be looking at, of course, over here, HYLN instead of SHLL. So hope that answers your question. Now the other question is, what happens if it doesn't go in our favor? You lose the same amount as the profit amount. So let's say, as I explained, you buy it for $300, and if it doesn't go your way, you lose $300. That's it. And if, let's say, the stock goes to $32 and you made your option price that you bought for $3 goes to $3.50, which is $350. You made a $50 profit, and then it goes down to $25 again, then you're going to be losing your profit also. So it's just like the stock, it goes up and down. The option prices also goes up and down, and it's going to be up to you to lock in your profits, or to sell it out or cut your losses. It's up to you to make that decision. So it's just like how the price goes up and down with the stock, the option prices also goes up and down. So now let's move on to the other question. So can someone explain what happens on expiration and before? If reaches your lower call but it doesn't reach your longer call you sold, do you let it expire and make your money, or do you have to exercise it? Or what if it reaches the call you sold but the person does not exercise it? Does it expire? Useless? Or what if passes both calls but the person doesn't exercise it? Do you exercise yours? Okay, so this is a question about the call debit spread. So this is a cheaper way if you don't have a lot of money, if you don't want to get involved in it with a lot of money, you can use a call debit spread strategy. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about right now. What you do is you buy the $35, and then you're going to be selling the $40. And also, in order to do this call debit strategy, you need to have options level activated on your Robinhood account, also on your other brokerage. If you're using TD Ameritrade, you need to have level 3 options to be able to do this strategy. So his question is, let's say on expiration date, if it goes below this, you're going to be losing $50. That's going to be the amount of shares that that's going to be the amount of money that you paid, right? So the maximum loss is going to be $50. And if it only happens if it stays below 35 strike price, $35. So if the stock price, the Hyliion shares, is trading below $35, you're going to be losing $50 that you paid. And if your maximum profit is always going to be if Hyliion stock trades above $40 by expiration time, so even before expiration time it goes above $40, you might be able to hit 100% of the profit that you can possibly make. So the way that you can calculate your profits, by subtracting the higher strike price over here, which is 40, and then you subtract it to over here, which is 35, you're going to be getting 5, right? So, and then you subtract 5 minus the amount of credit that you get over here, which is going to be the amount of premium you have to pay over here, which is going to be 0.5. You have 40. You subtract it by 35. You're going to be getting 5. You subtract it by the amount of money that you're paying is going to be 0.5. So this is going to be your profit. You multiply that by 100. You get $450. So if Hyliion stock goes to above $40, you make $450, and you're risking $50. If it doesn't go to $40, and if this stays below $35, you're going to be losing only $50. So you don't have to do anything to get involved in it. Let's say if it stays in between, let's say that it goes to $32, which is in between. That's going to be dependent upon your break-even price. If it's closer or below your break-even price, then you're going to be able to make not a lot of money. If it goes above your break-even price, you're going to be making money. So it's up to you to close it out, and also your brokerages are going to be closing it out. Like for example, for Robinhood, right before market close, like 1 hour before market close, if the stock price gets closer or in between, they're going to be closing you out. So you don't have to do anything about it. Hope that answers your question. So this is one of the major things that I got asked on my previous video. And also, if you guys want in detail, if you want to ask me questions, join the Discord chat. I'm using, a Robinhood options account, and I'm growing it every single day. If you guys want to follow along, if you want to ask me questions, you can join the Discord chat and also become a Patreon, so you can ask me questions in detail. I'll be able to answer your questions and etc, etc. So check out the links in the description box below. But now let's move on to what happened to the stock market today. So as you can see over here, we had really positive day in the upside, especially for Apple stock up 2.22%. Now it's solidified that it's now a $2 trillion company when it comes to the valuation, so that is really fantastic. Also, Microsoft up 2.33%, Google up, Facebook, Amazon. Early in the morning we had bad news about initial jobless claims. The numbers actually spiked up to the upside. They're forecasting 910,000, but the numbers came to be 101.1 million, so that was a slight jump. The stock market gapped down, but all these stocks had really positive momentum, especially Apple and Tesla. Tesla hit $2,000, so that is fantastic. And both of these companies are going to be doing a split pretty soon, so we're going to see exactly how that's going to affect them pretty soon when the split happens. And even before, the anticipation is just really fantastic. As you see over here, the stock price just going up to the upside. So we had, of course, the other sectors that are just been lagging to the downside as usual. Just the banks just going down, and the energy sector just going down too. And we also had some earnings report that happened yesterday. We got Nvidia kind of bounced back from some of the sell-off that it had from the earnings yesterday. And we also had the real estate sector that had positive numbers to put out, positive results. And they're going to be having a major economic reports coming for tomorrow that can significantly affect this sector. So now let's check out what's going to be the economic reports for Friday, August 21st. So at 9:45 a.m. we got the manufacturing PMI for August. And for the previous period, it was 50.9. And also 9:45 a.m. we got the service PMI flash. It's going to be for August. The previous was 50. And at 10 a.m. we got the existing home sales, SAAR. It's going to be for the period of July. The previous month was 4.72 million. And the forecast is 5.5 million. So if there's going to be a huge difference either to the upside or the downside, especially we can expect a hit or positive sign from the real estate sector specifically, and also the manufacturing numbers also for these industrial sectors that we're going to be eyeing on. So definitely keep an eye for these important sectors, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop in the comment section below. Make sure you join the Discord chat, and if you want to sign up for Weeple, there's going to be a link in the description box below. If you want to support the channel and Patreon too, there's going to be a link there too. Make sure you have a solid plan before you open any positions. Let's get it for tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.